Hi there folks, I'm back online. I think I've got a problem with my internet connection, so round two I'm going to try again. Is anybody there? Can anyone see me? Hopefully it's getting through. So welcome guys. It's Louise here, your coach, teacher, Hay House author, and I'm live in the tribe on this Wednesday evening. What date is it? 3rd of January, so still very early in the new year. So welcome if you're just joining me. It's Wednesday evening, I'm live in the tribe. Hi there folks, I can see you all joining. Welcome, welcome. Hi there Eve. Anyone else, let me know that you're here. Just say hi to me, give me a high five, give me a hands up. Hello, welcome everybody. So, live in the tribe this Wednesday evening. And as I said, you may have joined me yesterday or on Monday. I'm doing a series of live videos this week to celebrate the launch of my brand new course, The Big Life Upgrade, which is a 12-month online coaching program. So I'm really excited to share that with you. And tonight's topic is all about money. So very apt given the fact that it's January and most of us, you know, have overspent over the Christmas period. Wow, I can see loads of you joining. Hi Heather, hi Carl, hi Jean, Michelle, how you doing? Faye, hi Faye, so many of you this evening. Natalie, hi there Natalie. Who else have we got? Give me a high five, let me know that you're here this evening. So welcome, I'm live in the tribe, I'm your coach this evening and I'm going to talk about money tonight. I'm going to talk about how to set yourself up to become more financially free in 2018. So last night I talked a lot about manifesting and getting in the right place, raising your vibes. Well, tonight is really practical, kind of down to earth tips and tricks that I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, money isn't actually a topic I very often talk about, but actually it's something that I'm pretty good with money, and it's something that I find really interesting. I actually read a lot of books on wealth consciousness and money mindset, all of that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know what, why not share what I've been learning myself with you? So hopefully it can help you too. So welcome, hi there Joanne, hi Linda, so many of you on tonight with me. So welcome to this Facebook Live. I am doing a series of live videos this week. You may have joined me last night or Monday night to basically celebrate and to launch my new coaching program, The Big Life Upgrade, which I'll tell you about later. And tonight I'm going to talk about how to set yourself up to become financially free. So yes, we are going to talk money tonight. And I suppose my objective is to help you to become more aware when it comes to your money and your financial life, because many of us are like ostriches. You know, we've got our head in the sand, especially when it comes to our money and our financial life. So to help you to become aware, and my other objective tonight is to share with you some new habits, new behaviours, some tricks that I use in my own life that have had a profound effect for my own sort of financial growth, my own financial mindset. So I'm going to share those with you as well. So who else have we got? We've got Millie. Hi there, Millie. We've got Kim. Welcome, ladies. Have we got any gents actually this evening? I haven't seen any male names that I've spotted. So welcome guys. So I'm going to share with you 4 money types. And this is going to be really good fun because if you're brave enough, once I've shared these 4 money types, I would love for you to share in the comments what your money type is. If you're brave enough to do that, let me know what your money type is once I've talked you through the 4 different sort of archetypes. And I'm going to try and look at the camera tonight. I got told off last night because I was looking over here, and it's really distracting when you're doing a live because you've got all these comments kind of coming up. So I'm going to try and aim for the camera. So you can shout at me if I start wandering over here. So we're going to talk about 4 money types, and I want you to tell me as I'm talking through them which money type you are, or you may be a combination of 2 different money types. So I'm going to read them off this sheet because I put these together earlier today. So here we go, 4 money types. Which one are you? So first of all, we have the avoider. So the avoider, if you are an avoider, you spend everything that you earn. Whatever comes in goes straight back out. You spend every penny that you earn. So you don't plan for the future at all. You don't plan for big events. You certainly don't plan for sort of emergencies like, you know, a car that needs fixing or an appliance that breaks or whatever. And you rarely look at your bank balance. So are you an avoider? And if you're an avoider, you're probably likely to leave your bills to the last minute or your tax return to the last minute. Or you're certainly going to avoid making a budget, and certainly you're not going to want to keep to it. And you won't know how much money you have in your bank account, how much you owe, or how much you are spending. So, are you an avoider? And before you comment, let me share the others with you. So, that's number one. The second one is the amasser. So the amasser is somebody that loves money and is really good at saving. Spending and really good at saving. So you will feel, if you are an amasser, really secure when you know that you have savings stashed away somewhere, whether it's under your mattress or in the bank or wherever it may be. And you love a bargain. So if you are an amasser, you love a bargain, you love shopping, using coupons, that kind of thing. And often you will wait to the sale to make some kind of big purchase, or any purchase for that matter. So making and saving money is really important to you if you are an amasser. And you're very likely to check your bank balance pretty often. You're pretty on top of your financial world and your financial records. So are you an amasser? So here we go, that's number two. The third one is the money monk, the money monk, okay? So if you are a money monk, you think that money is a dirty word, yeah? So if you're a money monk, you think that money is a dirty word, that it's bad, and that if you have too much, it makes you a bad person or it corrupts you in some way. So in general, you believe that money is the root of all evils. And if you would happen to come into a windfall of some kind, an inheritance, for example, you would be very uneasy about that. You would feel really uneasy about having that amount of money and not knowing what to do with it. So you would probably, if you're a money monk, avoid investing your money or saving your money for fear that you might grow richer. Interesting, yeah? So hi, if you're just joining us. Hi, Sue. Hi, Brenda. So I'm just sharing the 4 money types. So I've just shared the avoider, the amasser, the money monk, and the final money type is the spender. I think many of us might fall into this category. So here's what the spender is all about. So if you are a spender, you enjoy using your money to buy yourself lots of nice things or services, and you like instant gratification. So when you get paid, you've kind of spent your money pretty quickly, or you probably get a lot of satisfaction out of spending money on other people or gifts or whatever it might be. So the odds are that you have a hard time when it comes to saving and prioritising for your things in your life, and certainly for your future. And as a result, you're going to find it pretty hard to put money aside for, you know, future projects or for pensions and stuff like that. Sort of long-term financial goals. So if you are a spender, you definitely have a live for today attitude. Okay, so if you've just joined me, hi there Stephen, hi Joella, welcome. Who else have we got? Sue. So what I'm going to do is just recap on those if you've missed any of them, and then I want you in a minute to let me know in the comments which one you are. It'd be really interesting actually just to see how many we have of each one. So remember, the avoider is somebody that likes to spend. They've got their head in the sand. They never check their bank balance. They certainly don't plan for the future. Whatever comes into their bank account goes straight back out. The amasser is somebody that loves money. They love making money. They love spending money, but they love to save money as well. So an amasser is somebody that likes that financial security and will probably have nest eggs all over the place. If you are a money monk, then you think that money is a dirty word, and that it's bad, and money's the root of all evils, and anybody that's rich is corrupt in some way if you're a money monk. And finally, if you're a spender, well, you know, quite simply, you like to spend and you don't like to save, and you love that instant gratification and have the belief that, you know, we live for today. So let me know what you are. What money type are you? Because I know what I am. I'm a bit of two, and I'll share in a minute. Let me know. So what have we got? An avoider, we've got an amasser, What else? Come on, guys, share with me. What are you? Which money type are you? Avoider and a spender. Haha. Combination of 1 and 4. Avoider and a spender. Interesting. We've got an avoider. What else have we got? Hi there, Alison. Hi, Lynn. An avoider and a spender. Wow, we've got lots of avoiders and spenders. A masser and a spender. Another avoider and spender. Ah, we've got an amasser, but always been a spender. Bit of an avoider. Yeah. Rachel, number 1 and 4, avoider and spender. Loads of you are avoiders and spenders. How interesting. And a masser. Okay. Thanks, Susan. Any more? We haven't got many money monks, have we? Anybody a money monk? Right, spender, and a masser and a spender. Ah, Heather, you're a money monk. Interesting. Carl, yeah, I get that one. Sarah, and a masser. Alison, and a masser and a spender. Love it. Love it. This is so interesting, isn't it? I am an amasser. I love to save money. I feel more secure when I've got sort of my spending pots or my savings pots set up. But I like spending, and you know, I like my fashion and my makeup and all that kind of thing as well. So really interesting. Now listen, the reason I put this together tonight and shared these 4 money types with you is the first step to creating not just financial change, but any change in your life. It starts with becoming aware of habits, behaviours, and that's what this is. You know, these money types are just behaviours and patterns and habits in our life, right? So any change that we want to make, it starts with becoming aware. And this is why I've shared these 4 money patterns with you, because once you are aware, you can make a decision to either carry on doing what you're doing or to make some kind of change, to take responsibility and be willing to change something. So hopefully just by sharing this with you will maybe highlight something for you, because we are at the start of a brand new year. This is a fresh start and a chance to create new beliefs, new behaviours, new habits. So this is an opportunity to really think about, in these early weeks of the month, of the year rather, to really think about the changes that we want to make, and especially with our money. And I wanted to focus on money tonight because Christmas is a really tough time for many of us, isn't it? We have so many commitments, especially if we've got children or grandchildren or a massive family. There's an awful lot of cost and pressure put upon us actually, and often it can leave us in debt when we get into the new year. And in fact, many of us can spend all year bloody paying the debt off, only to, you know, start all over again when it comes to the Christmas period. So what I want to do, now that you know your money type, I want to share some tips with you, and these are really practical tips. So last night we were talking about, you know, manifesting and maybe what we would call some more of the woo-woo stuff. Well, tonight this is practical, feet on the ground, actionable stuff that you can actually do to make changes in your life, and certainly as we move throughout January. Because, hey, we could all do with a bit of extra cash back in our purse or wallet this month, right? So I'm going to share some tips with you. I'm just going to look at my notes. Right, okay, so we've got 4 tips. I'm going to share quite a few tips within these 4 tips. So you might want to make some notes here, because there's some really good juicy ones and some ones that have, honestly, radically changed the way that I plan financially. They've made a massive difference in my life and my family's life, and my husband would agree, because we've been making quite a few changes recently. And the reason I chose to do this topic tonight, guys, is because last year I did a course, an online course. I invested in myself and I learnt about wealth consciousness. I did a course with a lady called Anne Wilson, and she's called the Wealth Chef. I've spoken a lot about Anne, so those of you that are clients of mine, I've probably mentioned Anne to you. So Anne's been my mentor, and Anne teaches all about money management, but she also, I can see lots of hearts, so yeah, she's a fantastic mentor, honestly, amazing woman. And Anne teaches all about how to become financially free within a set period of time. And when I mean financially free, I mean free so that you never have to work if you don't want to. And I love my work, so I probably will always do this in some form. But she teaches amazing stuff about saving, investing in stocks and shares, loads of stuff. So it's really kind of revved me up, and through learning her strategies, I've made lots of changes. And I want to share 4 tips from, well, it's not just from her course, it's from stuff that I've done as well. So here we go. Now, this first tip is brilliant for those spenders and avoiders, and we've just found out we've got lots of you on tonight. So this is a really good tip for those of you that are spenders and avoiders. So what we're going to do, or what I'd like to suggest that you do, hi Elisa, hi Melissa, loads of you joining, hi Ria, Carol, Heather, Tracy, oh wow, so many of you. Welcome to this Facebook Live. So tonight, if you've just joined, we're talking all about money, and I'm going to share 4 tips with you to help you to set yourself up for financial freedom this year. So tip number 1 is called the money, and don't be freaked out by this, right? It's basically called the ABC money analysis, the ABC money analysis. So what you're going to do, and you've got to be brave, right? This is about taking responsibility and kind of facing up, especially those of you that are avoiders and you've got your head in the sand, right? Quite simply, all you're going to do is print off a bank balance. So go online, onto your online banking, or if you're not online, pop into the bank, get a statement from the last month, and all you're going to do is get 3 highlighters, or you could just list each item on the statement A, B or C, or you could colour code them. It's up to you. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to go through every single item on your statement, and you're going to list that item as either an A item, a B item or a C item. So A items are absolute essentials: rent, mortgage, council tax, the absolute essentials when it comes to your spending, because if you don't pay your rent, you haven't got anywhere to live. The next item, B items, are sort of what I would say are sort of semi-essential. So this could be phone line, mobile phone, it could be you know, bills, water, gas. I mean, you still need to pay them, but they're semi-essentials. So they're your B items, and your C items, your final list of C items, are non-essential spending. So this is stuff like the coffee that you have in the on the way to work in the morning from Costa, or you know, shoes, or you know, just non-essential frivolous spending. So you're going to get your statement, and every item will be listed with either A, B or C, and if you colour code it, it becomes very visual and you can start to see where your money is going. So it might be that it's all, you know, essential spending, it's all A items, or maybe not, maybe it's just full of meals out and, you know, frivolous spending that you're just not aware of. Maybe it's all C items. This is the first step, honestly, to taking charge of your financial life, and especially for those of you that are avoiders and spenders and you don't check your bank balance very often. So your first tip to becoming financially free is to just be brave enough to take a look at what's going on. Yeah, take a look at what's going on. Print a statement, or maybe if you're really brave, you could go back maybe 2 or 3 months and do the ABC analysis. So that's the first thing. Who's up for doing that? I mean, does that terrify you? Let me know in the comments. What does that bring up for you? Is that something you do already, or is that something that you know you've been avoiding? I've got a crying emoji going across the screen. Let me know, is that something that you're willing to do? Yeah? Good, fantastic. Now, tip number 2. And again, don't freak out about this. I want you to create a spending plan. Now, be clear, I'm not saying a budget, I'm saying a spending plan. There's a difference, because a budget is, or it feels restrictive, doesn't it? A spending plan is just about mapping out your month ahead. And do you know what? I have always created a spending plan for the month ahead. Right from when I got my very first job when I was 16, 17, and my salary was about £6,000 a year, and I was loaded. I was probably as rich as I ever could have been at that point in my life, because I didn't have all the commitments that, you know, that we have as we get older. I've always kept a spending plan, and I would encourage you, and it could be handwritten, it could be in Excel. The simpler the better. There are lots of apps on your phone nowadays, but just plan out the weeks of the month, the 4 weeks, or if it's a 5-week month, and plan out what your spending is going to be, your bills, you know, the birthdays that you've got coming up, the savings that you want to save, because this in itself will, the awareness, it makes a massive difference, and it will stop you overspending. It will stop you overspending. So your second tip is to create a spending plan. I mean, this is basic stuff, but you know, many of us avoid doing this kind of stuff, and what a better time of year than to do this right now. So tip number 1, do your spending, your ABC spending analysis. Tip number 2, not a budget, remember, a spending plan. There's a big difference in the way that that feels. A spending plan is just about planning your month, thinking ahead about all the bills that you've got, all the commitments that you have. Now, here's the juicy one. Tip number 3, have you ever heard of the phrase, pay yourself first? Anybody ever heard of that phrase, pay yourself first? They say, whoever it is that came up with this, but you should be saving about 10% of whatever income comes into your life. And I appreciate that, you know, that may not be possible for you right now, but it's certainly something to aim for. Most of the time we pay other people first. Obviously we pay our bills and, you know, all the other commitments that we have. But ideally we want to be keeping a proportion of our income for ourselves, either for our own savings or to gift ourselves, to buy ourselves nice things. Most people pay everybody else first. That's our focus, our bills and everything else. But how about you flip that round and you took a proportion of what you earn and you beavered it away. You took it for yourself. Pay yourself first. Doing this will change your life. Again, it sounds so simple, but so many people pay everybody else first and then they'll save if there's anything left in the pot at the end of the month, and invariably, guess what, there's nothing left in the pot, is there, at the end of the month? So pay yourself first is the most important habit or behaviour that you can put in place this year, because it will make a massive difference. And you can choose what to do with that money, whether you save it or put it in a tin in the kitchen, whatever, it doesn't matter. And one little tip I want to share with you, for those of you that do online banking, and you'll know how easy it is when you do online banking, that you can transfer money from one account to the other really easily. So it's very easy to steal money from your savings when you get to the end of the month. Well, what I've done is set up a building society account that, you know, you have one of these old-fashioned paying in books where you have to physically go and put your money in or take your money out. And that has been the best thing because it stops me dipping in. It's a real effort to go and drive into town and go to the building society. So for me, that's worked really well. So if you know that you're likely to self-sabotage and dip into your savings, then try setting up an old-fashioned savings account with, I've got my book here actually because I was there today. Do it that way because it stops you dipping in. Now, another thing to share with you, I'm just looking at my notes actually, if you are prone to spending on your credit card, is to actually get your credit card and to put it in some kind of metal tin and fill it with water, bear with me, and to stick it in the freezer, because what that will do, obviously it'd be frozen in the freezer and you can't defrost it in the microwave because it's in a metal tin. It will stop you spending on a whim on your credit card. So it's great to have a credit card because it can be really useful for booking holidays and you get all the benefits like insurance and stuff like that. Obviously it becomes a danger when you overspend and you're spending too much and then not paying it off. So a good little tip is to stick it in the freezer. Freeze the credit card and then it will stop you spending. And if you really need to spend it, you're going to have to wait for it to thaw out, and that will give you time to really think about whether you need to make that purchase. So that's another tip. Now, the final tip I want to share with you is to take a look at your money beliefs. So some practical steps I've shared with you. So doing your ABC analysis, creating a spending plan, and paying yourself first. Getting into the habit this year of paying yourself first. And the final step is to take a look at your money beliefs, because in my work as a coach over the last decade, I've come across so many skewed money beliefs that we have. I mean, all sorts of random beliefs about, you know, not being worthy enough to earn, or, you know, being bad with money, or I'm rubbish at maths and all of that kind of stuff. So think about your money beliefs, and I would suggest, and maybe this is a good action to take in January at some point, is to sit down and to brainstorm all of your money beliefs. So just to sit down and say to yourself, what are my beliefs around money? What do I believe around wealth, about earning money, creating money, spending money, saving money? And just see, do a mind map, do a brainstorm, see what comes up for you, because it can be really interesting when you realise how your beliefs are holding you back financially, how they're sabotaging you, because everything is an inside out job. You know this, I've talked about this for so long. Everything is an inside out job. So if you've got some negative money beliefs going on, it's going to keep recreating the same reality. You're going to keep overspending, or you're not going to save, or you're going to keep tripping yourself up. Or overcommitting with things. So I would suggest that you take a look, the fourth step, to take a look at your money beliefs and just see what comes up for you. And I'd love to share with you, I came up with some money affirmations, if you want to call them that, or some new money beliefs that you can take on board. So you might want to write these down, and again, you might want to put them on the old trusty post-it notes and jot them around, or you might want to affirm these as you go about your life to kind of embed them, because when you say affirmations out loud, you are creating new neural pathways in your brain. You are creating new pathways. So money affirmations, so here's one, for example, and this is my favourite. Money flows easily and effortlessly into my life. So money flows easily and effortlessly into my life right now. So that's a really nice one. It feels good to say that as well. Another one is, I'm a money magnet. How do you feel about that one? I'm a money magnet. That might be a stretch too far, but it's a really good statement. I'm a money magnet. I attract money. I attract new opportunities. It feels good. Or maybe you could have an affirmation around, what have I got here? I'm learning to become a master at managing my money. So I'm learning to become a master at managing my money. How does that sound for you? So maybe you could adopt some new money beliefs, and there's just some ideas to kind of get you going. So just finally, I want to share 2 new habits that I've put in place in my life just over the last few months, actually. One has been putting the credit card in the freezer, which I've already shared with you, and that's been great because we haven't spent a penny on the card since doing that. And not that we were really bad with it, but it was just so easy to just go whack it on the credit card, and then you end up having to pay that off, don't you? So that's been one thing. And the second thing that I've done, and this has been the biggest thing, is working with cash. So cash is king, and let me tell you something, it is more painful to spend cash, isn't it, than to get the card and go bib 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 bib. It's so easy to do that nowadays, and we don't see the £2, £3 accumulating here and there. So by drawing cash out of the bank and using that, having it in your purse and having a budget every week, will definitely stop you from overspending, because you'll really think about your purchases rather than just bibbing away. So for me, cash is working really well, and at the beginning of the month we draw the cash that we need, and we put it in envelopes, and this has really helped just to kind of curb our spending and to really think about where we're putting our money and what we're spending it on. So I'm throwing lots of tips at you. I'm hoping this is okay and this is helping. Is it useful, guys? Is this helping in any way? Hopefully there's some light bulbs going on, and this is useful, and some bits that you can take away and implement into your life. So just to recap, 4 money types. I know some of you have just joined late, so 4 money types, just to recap if you have joined. We've got the avoider, we've got the amasser, we've got the money monk, we've got the spender. Think about which one you are, and then think about some of the tips that I've shared. I mean, in the Big Life Upgrade, we're going to go way deeper into some of these things and really kind of flesh out and really get into more of this, but I just wanted to just share some of the little bits that we're going to be covering in the Big Life Upgrade. So I would love to invite you to join. So tonight I'm doing this Facebook Live in celebration to launch this Big Life Upgrade program that I've put together. And I'd like to invite you to join me. The doors are only open for a very limited, when are they? To the end of January. And for this week only, if you sign up tonight following this live or on this live call, I'm sending out a gift box to anybody that signs up and joins the program. So this is sort of an additional bonus if you sign up this week. But the doors are only open for January, and then the doors will close. And this is the only program I'm running this year. I'm not doing anything else. I'm running a retreat later in the year, and I'm focusing on my business mentoring. So this is the only kind of life coaching program that I'm putting together. So the Big Life Upgrade, and I'm going to put a link so that you can take a look, is a 12-month online coaching program, 12 months, January, February, March, April, right through to December. And I will email you videos and exercises and meditations and creative visualizations for each month. So every new month you get a fresh topic to work through, and it's like having me in your life. That's the way you need to look at this. It's like having me as your mentor every single month, giving you that dose of inspiration, motivation to help you to track through your year, to keep you on track. And that's what I want to do. That's what I'm passionate about, helping people to make big changes to their life. So for example, this month in January, when you join the Big Life Upgrade, we're talking all about setting your intentions, creating your vision board, really kind of getting clear on what you want to manifest for the year ahead. February is all about decluttering, and I don't just mean the physical clutter, I'm talking about all sorts of clutter, emotional clutter, physical clutter, all them limiting beliefs that hold you back. So February is all about clearing the decks. In March, we're going to talk about self-care. So March is all about putting you first, allowing yourself, you know, that gift of time and really taking care of you, because often, you know, we put everybody else first. So I'm going to help you to create your self-care declaration. In April is where we're going to talk about money. So if you've enjoyed tonight's topic, April is going to be brilliant, because I'm really going to delve deep into, you know, and share with you the exercises that support some of the tips that I've shared as well. So it's all about financial freedom. May is all about relationships, love, the art of true connection with yourself and with other people. June is all about purpose, finding your joy, living on purpose and living in alignment to who you are. July, we have the power of now. So I've spoken about this a lot in recent videos on YouTube. So the power of now is, you know, about being present in the now moment, because that is where your power is. August is about mindset. So Mindset Mastery, I don't know if you can see, or you can see the book behind me. Mindset mastery is a massive topic, and it's one, of course, that you know that I've been teaching for many years. So talking about mindset, new neural pathways, creative visualization, basically rewiring your mind for success. And as we move into the autumn, September is about self-love, October is about creativity and creative flow, and November is all about gratitude. And in December, we do a big life review to kind of wrap up the year. So loads of juicy topics. So imagine having me in your life every single month, giving you that dose of inspiration to make the changes that you know you need to make. So doors are only open for January, and for this week only. If you sign up following this live tonight or tomorrow night when I'm doing another live as well, you get a free gift box. And I went shopping today for the gift boxes, because we've had lots of people sign up already. Where are, oh no, they're in the kitchen. I'm not going to tell you what's in there because it would spoil it, but I went shopping today and I bought all the little bits and trinkets to go in the gift boxes. So I haven't packaged them up yet, so if you have signed up, your gift box will be making its way to you next week. So yes, that's what I'm doing. So if you'd like to join, I'm going to put the link very shortly in this thread somewhere. I'm going to email it out actually overnight as well. So you should have an email in your inbox hopefully tomorrow with more details about the Big Life Upgrade. So that's it for tonight. I'm loving doing these lives, I have to say. I'm really loving it. I didn't think, especially doing it in the evening as well, because obviously I've got the kids around and stuff, but it's been fantastic. And I just want to say thank you to those of you that have joined tonight and in the previous nights. I'm doing another live tomorrow. I can't remember what the topic is. I think it might be about mindset. I can't remember, but you'll get an email anyway. Now, have we got any questions? So hi Joe, hi. I'm just having a look. So Ria, yes, cash only. I completely agree. Weekly budget, love it. You're very welcome, guys. It's been my absolute pleasure. Any other questions? Can't see any questions. Any questions, guys? Or are we all good? All good. Well, listen, thank you so much for being with me tonight. And I'm going to see you tomorrow night and share more ideas, more wisdom to help kickstart your year. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great evening. I'm off to have a cup of tea. See you soon, guys. Bye.